Alright, so we've put all the ingredients so far in up to the wood chips. We haven't put the yeast in yet. The instructions say to test what they say is test with a hydrometer to measure the record of day 1 specific gravity in the chart provided in the instructions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this tube to, I'm going to start with 6 ounces, and I'm going to put the hydrometer in, and every direction I've seen to measure, it says spin the hydrometer until it stops. That's supposed to balance everything out in there. To get a good reading. So I'm going to fill this up. I did about 6 ounces in there. The top reading is 7 ounces. And then I'm going to take my hydrometer with the weighted part down. I'm going to stick it in to the wine sample, and I'm going to spin it. Okay? And in fact, I'm going to do it again just to make sure. See, spin it. Hopefully doing it more than once won't impact it negatively. What our goal is when this is all done fermenting, we want it to be less than 1 weighted specific gravity, and that will indicate that it's ready to bottle it into the other bottle, the carboy. So we want to look at it at the height of the line and see what the reading is. So I'm trying to get a good view of what the specific gravity is, and it looks like 1.1. Let's try one more time. 1.1. It says day 1 specific gravity should be 1.07 to 1.097. So I'm getting about 1.1 on day 1, just under 1.1. Which is probably about right. It's hard to read these things. And you get old, you can't see as well, and I don't have my readers on. I don't think I have my readers down here. So we're going to go with that, but I'm going to double check it. I'm going to get my readers and double check it and see. The hydrometer comes with this little conversion table with some, looks like directions, how to read it. So I'm going to use that. It says take a sample of liquid before you add yeast. Place the sample in a hydrometer test jar. If you have a sampler or pipette, you do not need to do this, as the sample or pipette doubles as a test jar. spin the hydrometer to remove any bubbles that might be clinging to it. So that's why you spin it. Get the bubbles out. With the sample at eye level, look to see where the liquid crosses the marking. Write down the reading. This is your starting gravity. This number depends on your recipe, so follow what your recipe says it should be. Let the wine or beer ferment completely and then take a reading just before bottling. Write the number down. This is your final gravity. The equation to figure out the amount of alcohol is this: starting gravity minus final gravity times 131.25. So you gotta know math. I'm terrified. No, I'm pretty good at math, but sometimes I have to figure it out a little bit before I truly understand. So you're using your first reading and then you're deducting your final reading to get what you're trying to get to for the fermentation. So I haven't added the yeast yet. So before I move on, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting the correct reading here. And then I will start with the next step. But I'm getting about 1.1, and that's what the directions say.